One more time, or one at a time, please.
I'll tell you first.
Okay. Cassian. Cassian.
Cian.
CASSIAN.
SSIIAN.
All right, thank you. And Mayo, what is your character name?
I am Rit Rock.
Rit Rock?
Rit Rock.
I feel that one. All right, Johnny. We're up.
Rit Rock.
Rit
All
Rock.
right. Okay, so you got it launching soon, right? Or are we live right now?
No, we're starting soon.
Oh.
2,
2.
1.
All right, hey everybody, welcome back to Masterwork Adventures. Once again, I am going to be your DM tonight. We're actually going to be playing with a few new people tonight, actually brand new people, never played D&D before. So let me introduce. Let's see. Emily, I know her as Alpha Bugs. Today you are going to be playing. What is your character's name?
Cassian.
Cassian. All right. So she will be bringing her character Cassian, who is a wood elf sorcerer, right? That was
Yep.
that was it. Okay. Let's see. Another new person who doesn't have a camera on today, but we're not going to judge him for that. Is is my buddy Mayo. He's bringing his character. What was this one?
Rock.
Rit Rock. And you are the Asimir cleric of Twilight. Okay,
Correct.
all right. So real spooky and edgy. Which is actually kind of perfect. It'll be great for the campaign today. So let's see. We've played with him plenty of times before, and
Sorry
he's
about that.
back again. Elijah is here with a character. What was your character's name? What's this one? You don't have a name, dude.
Did it not? Is the name not in there?
Is yours Nellian?
Yeah. We'll go with that.
How do I say that? How do I say
we'll
that?
go with that because I just got it from a random generator. I actually didn't think of pronunciation.
It's got too many. Oh, that's complicated.
I was just like,
Naleen.
It's got a lot of E's.
Nadine.
Oh, all right. You're making up letters now. Call him Neil. Let's go with that.
Neil.
Neil. All right. So
Hey, Ramin, thanks for the subscription.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot. We appreciate that. So let's see. We've got some like 2 brand new characters. You guys have never played any type of D&D before, any type of dice-based game, but I know that a few of you have experience with just storytelling and writing in general. So just to get a quick background on that, like what is it that you've done? You said again, Alpha.
Yeah. So me and my friend were really into this fandom, so we started like playing around with our original characters, kind of like co-writing, a story together.
Okay, all right. That's exactly what Dungeons and Dragons is. It's just telling a story together. I'm going to be your dungeon master or your storyteller, and we're just going to build a story together. And you're going to roll dice every now and then, and that might completely screw up what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So let's see. Mayo, did you have any type of experience with any of this stuff before?
I mean, I've done some basic, writing with some friends and all, and just like bouncing off each other. But no, for the most part, I'm virgin skin.
Sweet. All right, love it. All right, sacrificial. So Dungeons and Dragons is a game that's like I said, it's very story based. It's weird in a way to where there aren't many other games that are like it. Role-playing games, tabletop role-playing games are kind of different. There's always something that you can do. You can make up whatever you want to do. I can build the most amazing campaign in the world with beautiful, intricate storylines and characters and such, and you guys can decide y'all want to go in the other direction and screw that dragon in the village, and I'm going to go that way, and we're going to figure out a whole new story. This is your story. This is your adventure. Hopefully y'all don't do that to me tonight. We can carry on, but never forget, there's no door that you can't open. You can go down any route that you want to take. So
real quick, I want to check the Roll20 chat.
Oh yeah, what's going on in our?
I don't know.
Cameron B. Oh, hey, is actually, so we had a character who was supposed to be joining us for the night. He's just now texted me.
Do you want to pull him in?
Hey, you coming? Yeah, let's get him in here.
All right, I'll take care of it. Go ahead.
All right. So I think we're hitting him up. He might be able to jump in a second here.
Oh, fuck up my camera placement. This guy.
and, that, and it was beautiful too. It was amazing. You worked so hard on it.
Gonna take me a whole 8 seconds to fix that shit.
It's all right though. So let's see. So to well, we're gonna have to kind of repeat this back all again now that we got him showing up. I don't want to lose any momentum that we do have. So let's actually go ahead and let's talk about characters for a little bit. I know that you had been really thinking a lot about your character and everything, and the backstory that goes into your characters really means a lot. Like it can change the outcome. It can change your destiny. So why don't you go on ahead and tell me a little bit about who do 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 do. What was the character's name? Who your character is. Everything that I have you marked down with says Emily. Not even says Alpha. That's really messing with me. Okay, why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit about your character?
All right. Well, Cassian is a wood elf dragon blood sorcerer. They're will go by he, him pronouns or by they, them pronouns.
Okay.
And
elves have been real fluid like that here recently.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
there's been a lot of good writing where in a lot of campaigns where like they've really taken that, and also the god of the elves has always been a little, has always been pretty fluid. So it's awesome. It makes a lot of sense. So, anyways, carry on.
Yeah, so he's a far traveler, so he lives somewhere far away. Don't ask me where. That was a little bit too much in depth. And after his caretaker died, his parents, he never knew his parents, but there was a woman who was taking, or an elf that was taking care of him. After she died, he was like, I'm gonna go explore the world like she always wanted to do but never got a chance to. So he's kind of exploring the world and just seeing what there is out there to see. He's a lawful good, so we're not gonna have any evil things happening over here.
Well, that's really good, but like alignments are really
Suggestions.
They're
I know,
they're
but
tricky sometimes.
I couldn't bear to have an evil character.
Well, I'm glad that I'm going to be playing with somebody that hopefully has a conscience, because most players and characters don't. So
I feel like is there shade in
hopefully
my
you don't
room?
throw too many situations where I have to kill something at me. I might fumble with that.
all right. So Elijah, why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit about your character, Neil?
My character, Nilian, is a human warlock whose patron is that of an Efreeti, which is like a fire genie. He comes from a noble house, and frankly, he's bored. The lavish life is one that he's definitely taken to, but he just needs to get out and do something else for a little while. So, yeah,
that's great.
he's here.
Where you're heading to is definitely not lavish. This is the perfect getaway from that lifestyle. Okay, so real quick, we're introducing my new buddy that is joining in with us. Striker, have you managed to get into that logged in information and all that stuff?
On Roll20?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome, sweet. So
just FYI, your on Twitch, it's
I'm in the process of fixing
images
it.
are all.
Yeah, we're fixing all that right now. So so you're in. So actually, I do want to show some of our viewers a cool thing. I don't know if any of you have heard of this. There's a if you use Google Chrome, I think it also might be on Firefox as well. I'm not sure. But okay, it is. There's a plugin called Beyond 20. You should definitely try to check that out, Striker, because it will basically it'll pull up, it'll link both Roll20 and your D&D Beyond character sheet together, so you could just click on any of your abilities and it'll roll it straight to the page instead of having to manually input all that information.
I'm downloading it right now.
Okay, cool. So we'll go on ahead and we'll wait for you to get that set up. We'll kind of walk you through that. I did want to like show other people how to do that because I mean it's a really amazing app. Extension. I really think that if you're using any of this stuff, you should definitely check these guys out and use their stuff. Support them too. Why not? That'd be great. So while we're getting him hooked up with that, Mayo, why don't you go on ahead and tell me a little bit about your. Oh, I love this. I love this. So you are playing a fallen Asimir, Twilight cleric.
Correct.
I want you to sparkle.
Rit Rock is a very how would I describe it? He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. He's lax in some areas, but he is he just wants to do things. He's tired of living a very normal life, being a very normal person, feeling a little, and he feels like he could always be someone better. He's always felt a little out of place in his very normal life, living in his normal family in his normal town. So he decides, just go out into the world, see what the world has set for him. And,
all right. Okay.
Yeah, he's also might be slightly obsessed with water and life.
That's just, I mean, that's an interesting one. Just obsessed with water. Gotcha. So I love it that you guys are kind of just trying to get out there because I really want to know who would travel to the Dreadmoors for a getaway or something like that. But like I'm really curious to how we're gonna get you in here. So let's go ahead and finish this last little bit off that we got here though. Strikers. So you have the extension loaded up now, right?
Yeah, I connected to my D&D Beyond.
Sweet, awesome. So go to your go to Roll20.
Okay.
All right, and go up to your settings and Roll20.
Okay.
All right. As you go down, we're gonna kind of fix a few things. You need to enable your 3D device and automatically roll 3D dice, not device dice.
Okay.
All right. You're gonna go down to a little bit farther, and you're gonna see where it says player video avatar size and all that. Go to name only. Let's see, and you're going to go down a little bit more to where it says I want to broadcast. Right.
Okay.
All right.
What should I put?
We're gonna disable that, and you're gonna disable things that you receive.
Okay.
All right. So once you got all that taken care of, you should be good to go. Your stuff should be kind of looking a little better. Now, all you got to do is go click on your character sheet. Click on one of your weapons, like your little weapon attacks. If you look down at the bottom right, you should see.
Okay.
Click on that. Boom. Look there. And so it automatically rolls your dice. It tells me what attack that you just did, and it kind of shows you what just happened there. I'll get to explaining what these dice do in a little bit on how it all works and such. But I pretty much think we're ready to go here. So
just need his character's name for the overlay.
Oh yeah, what's your character's name?
Striker. I think
Strike.
so.
Oh, yeah, all right. Love it.
That's what I put on my little token.
All right, it works out.
We're gonna keep and that. You know what? It's really funny, because like it sounds kind of like a role because that's exactly what the type of rogue you're playing too is a. I mean, you're a striker. This is going to be interesting. So you're playing a bugbear rogue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
My background: I was a criminal, and I am adept in stealth, particularly in stealth and acrobatics and perception. So I'm gonna try and get some sneak attacks off with this bugbear rogue.
This is gonna be great. I know that you may not be a paladin or whatever, but in an attempt with trying to be lawful good, it always sucks to have somebody out there who's just the sneaky stabby rogue. That's
very big hairy goblin.
Were you asking what a bugbear was?
I asked what a bugbear was. That was
yes, they are. They are, yes, they're exactly. They're pretty much that. They're a very big, very hairy goblin. They're kind of In most mythology, like orcs and bugbears are they're kind of like the same thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, and that's essentially what they are. They're just like another form of an orc. They're just I don't know, a little different.
They just have hair everywhere instead.
Yeah, yeah, everywhere. However, they do kind of have a few extra things. They're pretty large. I mean, even though they are still medium creatures, they're really big and really big guys. They actually have hella reach on them. Okay, so all right, so let's see here. We've got a far traveler who's just coming, and I'm trying to patch some of your stories into this to figure out like why would your characters actually be wandering around through here? Because you're making a stop in a place that's called the Dreadmoors.
Does it smell like pour?
What's that now?
Does it smell like pour? Because I don't know if I can handle that.
Oh, it smells like pour. It smells like pour for a long way.
Ugh.
So as you've been traveling through this this smelly forest, you're riding in a rather somber carriage that is taking you through the Dreadmoors to the and the scene is very typical of the land. It's very dark, dreary. It seems like the place is always like cursed by a constant overhang. Very rarely do you actually see the sun in any real brightness out here. The trees are all dark and you travel down the road. A few other passengers are in the same carriage as you. Not many can afford to ride in. Well, this definitely isn't exactly what would be up to your standards in such a luxurious carriage, but to them it's I mean it's almost like the Ritz. Uh, so they're really enjoying the fact that they don't have to be walking like the rest, like some of the other people who are tagging along. And you're kind of looking outside. You see them like looking outside, and they're just kind of really intently like staring out at the woods, and they're kind of whispering back and forth to each other about these you hear them speaking of these villager folk stories, these of people that have gone missing in the woods before, and strange things that have been seen out there. To your well bred sensibilities, I mean you dismiss these things as the the talkings of the common folk. But you just can't help but feel you're also muted.
Yeah.
You just can't help but feel that you know this chill up your spine. Listen to how it's how well they believe these stories. It really gets to you. I mean, they really seem scared of these woods. Um, let's see the rest of you. Let's see.
I have an enormous amount of pity for them.
Yeah. um.
You have pity for them because they believe?
They've never read real literature. They just don't know what an actual story is. That's all.
Oh, so do you wish to regale them in a tale of a truly scary story?
Yeah, I'll pull out The Shining and read it to him for the next hour. There we go.
I mean, you do have. I mean, the ride still has a long way to go. So so sure, you decide to
I probably wouldn't get it anyway.
It's so cool. So you make eventually the caravan makes its way into a shanty of a town. Uh, the main road in the town has old worn cobblestone that has been kind of, I mean, driven into the marshy soil. So what may have once been a really nice road laid has kind of just sunk in certain spots and stuff. Most of the area around here is that this is these the moors are known for just lots of foliage that grows around vines, and moss creeps up everywhere. It's hard to keep back. The soil is always damp, and so it's really difficult to keep buildings foundations safe out here. So a lot of the houses and stuff are leaning in this. Nothing seems to be kind of standing straight out here. um all of you kind of arrive in the town at the same time. You've been traveling with this carriage for a little bit. You've been this is one of the stops along the way before you're able to go. Now, when you were heading here, this is only going to, you'll be here for only a couple days while the carriage can kind of the caravan kind of resupply and carry on. But until then, you're going to have to make the best of this depressing town. So you're all kind of standing there, walking around. I mean, look, like what would be your first instincts to do here? Take it away. Any of you guys can speak. Go on.
I think I'm going to look around for the nearest person and try and see if they have any sort of quest. Because I want to make it.
Okay. Well, actually,
Oh, no.
actually, no. A lot of a lot of times, stuff like that was out there. I mean, people didn't really call it, they wouldn't be called a quest, but jobs are available. I mean, especially in things like taverns. Go towards a town hall, maybe find a bulletin board. A lot of times, in when you come to a new town, if you're looking for work, you can always find stuff like that around. The people that are just now getting out of the caravan with you probably aren't so quick to have something to hire you for, but if you were to meander around the town, you might be able to find somebody.
Oh, yes. I want to look around the town for specifically a quest that will get me merit. I am looking specifically for merit.
Okay, so you kind of, all right, so you kind of you kind of walk up, and you kind of, you're like kicking the mud off of your boots and looking around, and you're kind of breathing in that capitalist air. You're enjoying this. You're looking around, and you see potential in this town, and you need to find a place that you can establish yourself, right?
There's
Like you're trying.
opportunity everywhere around.
It's okay. All right. So there is opportunity to be had here, and if only these people could rise up and actually seize it. Okay. So
Just pull themselves up by their bootstraps. That's all.
yeah, right. That's okay. So you would, I mean, the best place to head is always the local tavern for things like that. If you're looking for something to do, well, actually, why would the bar be the place where, like, the mayor would post up a quest board? Like, what is that what people do? I've never really
I guess all the
understood
people
that.
in this town are drunks. Maybe. Yeah.
And you say that as you're kind of like looking at one of the papers, and there, like, a guy kind of looks over. And
Oh no!
drinks his
I don't
drink,
want to
and
say it too loud. I don't want to offend them. No.
and-
Anyway,
Oh.
I'm not looking for work. I don't want to look for a job.
Yeah, what would you do? I mean, you have a couple days to kill here while they're resupplying. They have to meet up with another cart that's coming here. So, you gotta find something to do while you're here.
Well, the first thing I want to do, because I've never been here before, and
Mhm.
you said there's a lot of foliage, I want to see if I can maybe go and take a look at those plants and see if there's any native plants here that I've never seen before. Maybe I could take a sample and see if they have any special properties or anything. Just want to kind of take a look around at that foliage that's taking advantage of the damp soil around this town.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you you kind of you start walking around and you're noticing as well, like you're that the ground being like so soft and everything. You see that the it's messed with the foundations of places, and you're kind of looking at like at the moss and algae and I don't know about algae, but like creeper vines and stuff that have kind of moved around. um most most of the stuff doesn't seem to be that strange to you. You may not have ever come across this species before, but it definitely is in the same family as other things that you've met. It's really curious. um Roll me a knowledge nature check.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
How do I do that?
So here's where you go to your character sheet and you find your skills. Okay.
Oh, I see
I
nature in there.
Yep, and now click on that and find yourself the dice for that. The Beyond the one. Boom. All right. Well, you only need to roll it once.
Oh, I didn't mean to roll it twice. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I didn't see the first one. So so what happens here is you got a 14. All right. Um that's not a terrible roll. Like I said, these plants don't seem um too like too bizarre to you. They seem pretty normal. They are interesting because you've never run across them before, and you probably would like to study them. So you kind of grab a few samples of things and are putting them in jars and stuff, and making a few clippings. You do notice one thing, that the vines, as you try to clip them, they are very durable. I mean, they have quite a strength to them. So it takes you a little bit to kind of cut through
Okay.
them. And you got a little like a little swath of that, and you kind of take it back, and you're walking around and you're looking at the trees. And the trees have they're definitely lots of that real sad willow trees, like with the hanging moss leaves and such. um but nothing here seems too bizarre quite yet. But as you're looking around, you see you see a young man who is kind of carrying a bundle of sticks, and you're kind of walking around houses and everything. You're no longer like in town. You're just kind of like walking around on the outside. You're like following a creek and checking out some flowers and such. And you look up and you see a young man's kind of like got a bundle of sticks. He also has a bunch of like mushrooms and stuff with him, and like a huge bale of like leaves and such. He seems to be carrying quite a bit of things, and he looks over at you, and he kind of looks down, and he says that I don't have a name for it because I don't really have any fancy sounding uh plant names, but he says this really elaborate name while looking at a flower that you're looking at. And he kind of looks up and he says, "Yeah, around here though, a lot of people like to call it wolfsbane." He says it grows around the streams around here, but only during the fall season, and actually, and it only blooms um on full moons around here.
So is it blooming right now? Are we?
It is not. It is just
Okay.
a small budding plant that you're looking down, and he's so what interests you in the pretty flowers?
Well, maybe I'll pick some of those up and ask him if he knows about any other interesting plants nearby. Or
He's like,
maybe
well,
what he's carrying. You said he was carrying some
yeah,
leaves.
he's carrying a bunch of leaves and mushrooms and such. He has actually a whole bunch of things. Um, he goes, well, I hope I know a little about him. It's kind of my job. My name is Liam. I'm the local apothecary. Well, I'm actually the apothecary's assistant. Um, I'm actually out collecting a bunch of supplies now. Is are you looking for something in particular? I can't really have you going around and taking all my crop while you know this is our harvesting season.
Oh, I don't mean to intrude on your harvest. This is my first time here and I'm just curious to get a feel for the land, I suppose.
Oh, well, if you're looking for anything in particular, you should check out the shop. My master would love to try to sell you something. Be careful. He half of the tinctures are just alcohol.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
And he nods about and he kind of carries his stuff on. And you're kind of, you're realizing now that you've actually maybe walked a little bit away from the buildings. And it's nothing new to you. I mean, you when you take a leisurely stroll, it lasts a long time for you. What does that really matter? And you're realizing that it's going to be getting late soon. It might be a good time to head back.
All right.
So Striker, first time ever into D&D. You just get dropped off in a town. You had to walk here. Everyone else has had a ride, a mount, a horse, or something like that. You've been walking for days and days. And you finally get to the town, and they're saying, okay, we're gonna camp here. What are you gonna do?
So, do I need to rest if I've been walking for days and days?
I mean, yeah, you're not exhausted, but you are pretty tired. And yeah, resting would be would definitely be something that's on your mind. I mean, especially everyone else, they've been able to ride on a horse or a carriage or something like that, but there was a bunch of you that were, stuck walking. And even still, like, uh yes, resting is going to be important for you.
Real quick, before you guys go on too far, Striker, is your camera being used by another app? Because it's not loading right now. I want to make sure
I just tried to set it up. Like I just tried to turn it on,
Okay.
and
make
I
sure
don't
it's
know.
not being used by Roll20. If you look in
Okay.
your settings on your right side, you can go down to the bottom and you can disable broadcasting and disable receiving, and that might be what's
I
messing
did
up.
that.
Oh, fuck if I know then.
On Roll20, I did that.
Okay.
Yeah, I disabled broadcast and receive.
Alrighty, never mind then. That's all. I just wanted to make sure.
So, could it be something else? What I don't know what it.
I don't know.
I got no idea outside of that. That was just my guess.
Yeah, like honestly, man. Like when it comes to some of these things, like it takes us forever to when we got a scheduled game to get cameras and stuff set up because nothing ever wants to work.
Yeah. Might be just an issue with the camera itself or something else, the computer. If it's not
Honestly, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. I just wanted to make sure if we're gonna go ahead, or if you want to use this camera.
Camera. I just shaved. I'm sorry I didn't mute myself at first, so you may have heard some of those noises of me shaving. But I wanted to use my camera, but
I just shaved. I want to be seen. Somebody look at me. Tell me I'm pretty.
But in terms of, yeah, I would look for like an inn, or somewhere that I could rest.
Sure.
And maybe, and I would first, I would say, I don't know if I can do multiple, how many things I can do in a turn, but I would look, I don't know if there's a way for me to, so I have contacts as a criminal, as like a Baldur's Gate criminal. I have contacts in certain cities.
Okay.
So I would want to reach out to see. I don't know how I would do that or what role that would be.
No.
But,
Okay. So. Okay. No. I mean, that's exactly what your character is. Your character is a criminal, and you know what? You're right in brand new town. These guys had never heard from me before. It's time to start getting up some crime, right? That's what
Kind of get that
you do.
hustle.
Yeah, gotta get the hustle going, okay? And you actually wouldn't have came down here without a reason. Now you did have a contact that you were supposed to be meeting down here, a guy who was supposed to be able um to uh to hook you up with a job down here. His let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me grab my phone.
Oh man, you got the man bun back there. I didn't see that one.
What do you say now?
You got that man bun.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, dude, I got a lot of hair, man. I got like seriously, like.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So.
Oh no, we lost Alpha.
Ooh.
Damn, she saw my hair and ran.
It's okay. She was just intimidated by it. That's all.
In sheer awe, she had to leave.
Oh.
I accidentally left. Oh.
Okay, there she goes.
Sorry, I misclicked. I'm so sorry.
I was like, man, see the hair and just run. That's hurtful.
I'm a boomer. I'm bad with technology.
All right. Okay. So, you're a guy. So, you had a contact that you were supposed to be meeting up with down here. He went by, you know him by his name as Nar Blight Water. He's a half orc that you're supposed to be meeting up with down here. He has a job. He's been working with the he's been working with a group from the Black Network known as the Zentharum. They really they pretty much they've got their fingers in everything. This if a deal goes good with him, you might have a chance to get in good with the Black Network, and that would be huge for a young up and comer like you.
Okay. Do I know anything about where he's working in the town or what he's doing?
That you don't know though. You just know
Okay.
that you're supposed to be meeting up with him. His name is Nar Blightwater, and he's a half orc.
Okay. So I want to go to the tavern
Okay.
and ask around about Nar Blightwater.
Okay. All right. So that's not a all right, that's not a bad move. So let me get an investigation roll from you. If you go to your skill checks, and roll an investigation. Investigation is a skill that basically covers like asking questions, going back and like doing some research. So like you could like go check some of the local wanted pictures and see if he's on it or something like that. Maybe ask around and see like looking around for him. So let me get an investigation roll.
I think I just did it. I think I got a 9. Is that right?
It is a 7. It says.
Oh, that's a 7. So you rolled a 6.
Well, I rolled a 6. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a 6, not a 9. Okay, and then a +1 for my character. Okay.
So how Dungeons and Dragons work? It's all about your D20. That's everything. Everything is going to be around doing some sort of a check, rolling a D20. So the higher the number, the better chance you have of succeeding. Some things don't really have a failure, but they do have like a rating of success.
Okay.
That right there is not very good, dude. You kind of walked in and you just, I mean, you're not subtle about any of this.
Okay.
You're a big bugbear, and you kind of walk in the bar, and you just start asking everybody if they know that guy Blightwater. He's real shady. Doesn't like I mean, your business you've kind of unknowingly just let some of your business get known.
Okay.
And so you've been, and well, the thing is you started drinking. Once you had a couple drinks, you got in there, you just kept going on, and you just kept talking about how once you get this deal done, man, you're gonna be running this town. It's gonna be like it's gonna be nothing but, oh god, what do bugbears eat? But just smooth sailing from here on in.
Okay.
And so that's kind of where you end up, and you forget that you're supposed to even be looking for this guy. And before you know it, let's get a sense motive check with disadvantage. Your
It would be
investigation.
insight. On
Yeah,
the good
that's
shit.
right. An insight check. My bad.
Look at this boomer D&D player. Sense
Oh my
insight
God.
check.
So
I
insight.
found,
That's what I'm doing.
bugbears.
Insight.
Yeah, you're gonna do insight. Okay, so it's not that bad. You do eventually kind of catch yourself when you draw back a little bit, and you realize, maybe people might be paying a little bit too much attention to you here. Like you haven't, overstayed your welcome and everything, but maybe you just should, quiet it down. And so you just kind of go back and fade away, and you're sitting down and you're having a drink, and you're just kind of thinking, what do you know if no one here has heard the guy, where are you heard about the guy, where are you supposed to go to figure this out? So Elijah.
Yes.
So the carriage opens up, and like you said, that poor smell just wafts right on in. I mean, like you've been in it before, but you luckily were able to like have like the windows and stuff like that. I mean, granted they had, but originally there was a barrier. Now you have to step out into it for the first time in a while.
And as soon as I do, and I can feel like the dirt on my skin, I'm just gonna like cast prestidigitation on myself and like get rid of like whatever cabin nastiness was, and just like the smell of lavender across. I think it's a pretty solid scent.
That's all right. That's a good one. Yeah. So little shimmer and a
Yeah.
shake, and just kind of wave your cloak out, and the smell of lavender wafts through the air and drifts down the road.
Looking around, is there any sort of like, I don't know if they would have like a mayoral office or anything like that, or any place that looks like a put together building that like wasn't within like a last week or so?
Well, no, most of the buildings here have actually been here for a while. They've just,
Too
they're
long?
not. Yeah, they've been here too long. They've been here too long. It's not that things are falling apart. It's just, it's really hard to keep that moisture out, man. It's just
Yes.
But for official buildings, there isn't actually much around here. You do notice that there is kind of a guard post. The guard post is a small one-room building. It has what looks like 2 people in it right now. Outside of that, you see no other presence of any type of official in around.
I'll just have like an internal sigh for a moment, and I'll stride up over to the guard post and just give like a really loud and obnoxious knock. Like you can't not hear it. Like
It's all right. So you're knocking and banging at the knocking at the door, and eventually, all right. Yeah, like actually a pretty fit man opens the door. Like you weren't kind of ready for like this type of a person to be here, the guard behind this, but I mean he's around 6'1", well built, chiseled jaw and everything, and he kind of opens the door. He's like, what can I do for you?
well, hello, you have exceeded my expectations, but they were rather low.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
Is there something? Why are you banging on the door right now?
Yes, I was inquiring if you have any places of... Are you people educated? Do you have books anywhere? Or things along that line? Maybe any sort of outsider? Or really anything.
And he kind of, you just see him just kind of go like just numb in the face for a little bit. Like he definitely takes that as a little bit of like a backhand, but he's biting something back.
I pay no attention to that whatsoever.
Oh, all right. He's like, yeah, we do have one of those fancy things that I think the city folk call a library. It's over there with all of them books and stuff. It's right around the corner, right around the corner and up the block a little.
It's kind of, interesting. Fancy is not a word I would prescribe to anything here, but it'll do. Thank you. And I'll start walking that direction. I'm not going to say goodbye. I'm just going to walk.
And as you're walking away, you're like, wait, I'm not your tour guide. I'm an officer of the law. You can't be wasting our time. And you're just walking away.
Yeah, no.
Okay. And so you continue walking around. The town has it has life here. People are walking around, making making way from like shops to shops. You see, carts that are being loaded up with goods and carried off and stuff, things brought in. So it's not dead. But for the size of it, you definitely would expect to see a few more people around. It's definitely not a city or even a town, hardly a village is what you would call it. But it does seem to have, it's old and it has lots of buildings here. You would assume that there would be more to it. So you do make your way to a large building. It's like everything else, it is pretty old. The a musty smell from inside that can kind of be seen anywhere, even through the muck around here. You can smell the books as you make your approach.
Still have to do. As I kind of step through the threshold of the library, is there an attendant or somebody on hand that's here at the moment?
So there is a little old lady, a powerful, hideous little old lady right there in front of you. I mean, everything about her, her looks just affronts and intimidates you. You terrifying to behold. And she looks up at you and she just gives you the biggest smile in the world.
I'm not making direct eye contact.
I'm just and she's like, oh, so well, hi there, sweetie. What
Hello there.
What can I help you for? What can I help you with?
Hello, I'm traveling. I'm looking for exotic texts or anything strange like that. Would you happen to have any here?
Oh, well, we have lots of books here. We have, we have fantasy, and we have fiction. We have.
Those are both fiction, ma'am. I'm sorry.
She's like, yes, I know, but we have books of all sorts of things, encyclopedias on a vast amount of subjects. We even have a few of those romance novels if you're looking for them. What
No. No. I was looking for more things along the lines of, when I say exotic, I really don't mean it in that way, I swear. Any maybe how do you say, non-fiction, preferably books upon maybe advanced subjects, the local area. I heard people talking nonsense about ooga boogas and some other spooky things in the forest. It's quite childlike, but do you have anything pertaining to these?
Oh, we have lots and lots of books on local legends and such like that. If you just make your way through and head, and she starts thinking, trying to give you some directions, and she goes down. You see her start to scribble on a piece of paper, and she's like, no, that's not gonna work either. They're in there. It's I don't exactly know how to describe for you to get there, but I have to stay here. You're gonna have to go find them yourself.
Yes, of course.
So helpful.
I'll go do so, and just trying to push down the vein on my forehead that's popping up. I'll move towards that
She-
section of the library.
She kind of and she waves away at you, and she's like, "Well, I hope you find what you're looking for. Just make sure you bring it by me, so I know what I know what it was, and I can find it for you easier next time."
I pray there will never be a next time. I say under my breath.
So you walk into this library, and to call it a library is very generous. It has an abundant amount of books, but the cataloging of it is horrible. The shelves make no sense. The shelves are part of the hallways, and they I mean, there's twists and turns. Some move to the side as you're going through to open up to more rooms. There's a lot of books in here, just piled on each other. You go upstairs, and as you're climbing the stairs, there are shelves of books in them, like some that are just kind of seem to be laid randomly as you walk around. um like I said, some of the areas you come to, or you think you're in a dead end, and you kind of push on the shelf, and it rocks back, opening up to another section of the library. Just rows and rows of books.
At this point, I'm more curious how this building was made. I am in the books. That's
It almost has no rhyme or reason to it.
like in my head as I'm building like a map of this place. Like, should this even be able to fit in the building? Like,
It's the thing is you think it should, because it's all so tight. You have no room to be comfortable anywhere you go. Like, there is no place to sit down and read a book. It's halls, endless halls.
oh, okay.
So as you kind of wander around in there looking for what you're looking for, let's go see what we got these other characters doing. So Mayo, you've just arrived in town. What is your first Where are you heading to?
I go to the tavern. I instantly
Oh,
step
that's
up
right.
the
Yes,
bar. Yeah.
you were heading looking for work. And
Yeah, I'm
as you're
going.
there, kind of looking around, first things first is check the bulletin board. You're looking for for any type of job and stuff. And you notice one thing, like, right off the bat. I mean, you see you see reports of missing people all over the place.
Hmm.
I mean, you're seeing. I mean, just you're looking up there. You're looking at seven missing people in the past week.
I go to the bar and I want to question about what's going on with all these
Striker, it's
people.
working, man.
No, I didn't change anything. Okay, go ahead, Mayo.
All right.
I wish to go to the bar and question the person running. What's up with the missing people?
So you go up, and there's a you know a well, it's hard to guess their age, but you see a dwarf running the bar. um they don't have any gray hair in their beard or anything, or in their hair, but dwarven ages are always kind of difficult to kind of lock down. But they look up at you, and they see you holding a couple of the pamphlets, and they go, "Oh no, not another one of you."
What do you mean? I'm just trying to help around here. I didn't notice anything, too bad about this. Not like other towns don't have missing people.
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, uh it's like, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, lad. You don't want to go down this road. If you're looking to help out, go find another job or something. But every time someone comes around here and starts trying to poke their nose in places it doesn't belong, they end up going right on that list with everybody else. We don't we there's we live in the Dreadmoors. Do you know how it got that name? It's because out there are bad things, really, really bad things, and some people just don't know how to stay on the paths, and that's what happens there.
Are you assuming I'm normal? Do I look normal? Do I sound normal?
That's right.
I am not normal at all. I am the one. I am going to be the best. I am going to be the hero. I am the most loved person throughout the lands. So,
Give me a performance check on that.
a performance check.
Yes.
All right.
I would like to call it an inspiration check, but we don't really have that.
Got an 11 and I got a +3.
A 14. So, they look you up and down, and they're curious and like, well, definitely seem like you might be able to hold your own, but, hey, it's your funeral. What is it that you want to know?
What's in the forest that makes it so dreading?
Well, what the question? The more of the question is, what isn't in the forest? Giant spiders, giant wolves, giant rats that eat you. Everything out there, pretty much wants you dead. Not like you go walking through the forest, in whatever hometown you're from, you're gonna find squirrels, rabbits and things like that. Out here, the rabbits got fangs.
Not too much of a problem. How about, is there a particular past where these people may or may not be at?
He kind of looks around. He's like, well, okay, so people go missing in towns like these all the time. It's not really unknown, but all right, I'll be honest. There are a few times when we had a few things happening here recently that it's just weird. Like people don't go missing from their own homes. Wandering wandering off into on a camping trip. Why would anyone go camping out there? I don't know. But these things happen. But I did hear just a little bit ago, just a couple days ago, and you kind of they walk over and pull a piece down, a piece of paper off the board, and they're like, little uh uh Rose from the Dickerson family, father of mothers and fathers home. She was there, right there with them, and somehow they ended up losing track of their own kid inside their house. We don't really get things like that happen around here. Like, if I mean, people want to kill each other out in the street, that happens. That's a normal thing. But something like that is strange even for this town. It was a real shame to have to put her poster up on the wall. I really hope that someone finds her soon.
Did you say the house or the forest? I can't keep up.
She disappeared from her house.
Huh. That's weird. That is quite weird. Do you know who did it?
If we knew who did it, then we wouldn't have that up there now, would we?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Well, I guess this little one needs saving, doesn't she?
And he kind of they kind of look up at you and they're like, well, I don't want you getting my heart, getting this old heart, worked up or anything, but yeah, I think that might be something that needs to get done.
All right, I think I'm gonna take a drink and I'm gonna make my way on.
Just like that.
Just like that. I don't need anything else.
Well, then you know what? The drinks on the house. By the way, what size coffin are you? I'm also the town undertaker.
Don't worry about it. If so, extra large. But you won't be seeing me in any coffin. And I chug the drink and I rush out of the tavern.
Now, as you've been like while you've been doing your talking and stuff, well, before you kind of rush out the tavern, um, so Striker, you've been there as well, kind of asking around and such. Give me a what's called a perception check.
Why am I doing the perception check?
This is to see how well you're aware of your surroundings while you're there, and I want to see if maybe you picked up, might have heard anything that was going on over here.
So that's
Uh, I think you were probably a little too busy in your own story. Now you definitely saw this person come in and you saw them, making these things, but you weren't listening to their conversation as much. You did see that they came in, they drank their drink, and they went right out. They grabbed a one of the pieces of paper off the wall, one of the missing people, and that was it. I don't know how your character would react to something like that. Like, what would you think of that? I'm sorry, what?
What did I notice about them?
Like I said, well,
I just noticed that they came in, like a
yeah,
random person just came in.
well, it wasn't a random person. It was somebody that came in from the caravan that you yourself was even on. Like you could tell that person was from
walked
out
there
of
by
town.
myself.
You walked in with the group. No one walks through the Dreadmoors by like alone. Like you walked with the caravan. You just were walking.
Okay, so I noticed someone come in from my caravan,
Yes.
grab a missing person's,
Yep.
and then walk out.
Yeah.
Okay. So I noticed that's Mayo.
Yeah. But you so far haven't actually met this person. You haven't met this
Right.
character yet.
I am interested. I still think I want to figure out where this contact is.
You're still looking for people that are local. You don't want to talk to somebody that you know is from out
Yeah.
of town. So you're still trying to hunt that line down. That makes a lot of sense. All right.
So I want to. Is there a way for me to try and see if there is anyone in the tavern that looks like they might be a little seedy?
You were already trying that. That was kind of your first thing. Like when you went
Is
there,
that an investigation?
that was part of your investigation. Well, that was
Okay,
what
that
I
wouldn't
used.
be like a perception check. That would be an investigation check.
It would have been, but that was kind of more of like what you were doing already. You walked in, you were already walking around to different people and like just asking around, seeing who it was. And the thing was, is you kind of at that point couldn't really tell the difference. Everybody here looks kind of seedy.
Okay. So before I was kind of just asking, kind of generally like, what can I lie? Can I talk to somebody and lie and say I am a close I have some news for them that I need to
no, their grandma's sick and you've got a message for them and they've got to they got to come back. So like that's yes. Okay. So you might be able to weave a lie with somebody, but the thing is everyone here has already known that you're asking for them. I'm trying to think. Would anyone here actually have some information on that person? Yeah. Okay. You could. So one of the people there that's been kind of they kind of was a little bit more friendly to you than the rest. You're used to people kind of not really taking, being that friendly with you, being a bugbear and
right. Yeah,
mostly human world. They don't really, really let you, just get around. But most people really don't seem to be paying too much attention to you around here. It seems like that's probably you're probably the least of their problems.
Okay.
But still, even any of them being friendly to you is kind of strange. One of them though had been kind of sitting there and drinking beside you. It's been the one that you've been talking with here recently. Um, uh, a um, a young guy. I mean, a young person, probably normally wouldn't be even allowed to drink in modern times.
Okay.
But this is a harsh mudding town here, so a boy learns to drink at 12. it's, and so he's kind of sitting there beside you, and he looks up. Now, give me a. Well, he looks at you and he says, "So I know you've been asking around. What business do you have with Nar?"
I tell him that I've recently found that a close personal friend of his has passed, and I wanted to uh, share that news with him.
Okay. Give me a deception check.
Okay. Ooh, that's not great. 11. I got an 11.
An 11. He kind of looks at you. He's like, "Nar? Friends? I I think you got your parties mixed up."
Um. Well, maybe I can. See, this is not going to be good for me, but I'm gonna double down, and I'm gonna try and convince him that I am really I really need to talk to this guy.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So you're going to attempt. All right. So here's the part. So when you start stacking these charisma checks on each other, such as like intimidation or persuasion or deception, as you just tried, it gets more and more difficult each time because you're,
Oh, okay. I didn't
so
know that.
now,
Okay.
now, here's the thing. You could try it. You could try it. Like if you give me another one, but this one is going to be at a disadvantage.
So what
So
does that mean?
what that means is you're going to roll 2 dice and you're going to take the lowest.
Okay. Wow.
Right. That's great. Let's see if you can get another one like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, honestly, I mean, a 13 still isn't terrible. Um, it's just not enough. Like the kid isn't believing you, and he kind of takes and he's like, "Now look, I don't know what business you have with Nar and everything, and it's not really any of mine. But if you give me another beer, I might be able to tell you where I last heard of him."
I can do that. Does that cost gold?
Yeah, it costs a little bit of money. It's gonna. And he looks at you and he's like, "Yeah, it costs gold."
How much gold do I have is the question.
And he's kind of helping you. He's like, "Yeah, how much do you have?"
I have
And it's
15, I think.
15 gold pieces, huh? That's
Is
that's
that going to
that's,
be enough
that's
for one beer?
it.
How much is one beer?
Uh,
I
and he
gotta
kind of
ask the barkeep how much is one beer.
Oh, you asked the barkeep because you could see the pause on his face and he realizes he missed his chance at that point. Um, and they walk over to you and they're like, uh well, it'll be 5 silver for the good stuff.
Is silver, is that the common currency, or is that a
So a lot of times they break things down. So 1 gold piece is like what a person would make in like a week.
okay?
Like
Wow.
so silver and copper is like your dollars and stuff.
So how do I okay.
Picture it like this: like 1 gold piece is like basically equivalent to like $20.
Okay. So I can pay that for one beer.
Yeah, so they're saying it's about five. It's about $5 for a beer. Actually, no, it's like 10.
So I'm
Damn.
gonna remove
Damn, it's like
5
$10.
silver.
Yeah,
Wait, but I only have currency in gold. How does that work?
you can break it down. It'll give.
They have change.
Well, actually, there's a shortage, and so we might not. It's exact change.
Okay, so I'll give them 1 gold
Oh,
for,
so you're gonna get for 2 beers?
for 2 beers.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
I feel
I
like we're
removed-
getting the outside traveler tax here.
Yeah.
Yeah, tourist, man, tourist.
So I just removed 1 gold from my inventory. Is
One
that what
gold
I'm-
from your inventory, and they set down 2 of the finest mother's milk.
Wonderful. So I share one with the young lad,
With the young lad.
12-year-old.
It's-
And I listen to what he has to say.
so he grabs it up, and he's looking around, he puts a straw in it. Starts
A bendy straw.
it's bendy straw. Yes, my baby. Proof farted. That's a nasty dog. Gross. Okay, well, go put a fan on. It'll be okay. So tells you that so he actually he's been around here. He's one of the types that makes his rounds. He does usually lay pretty low. Not many people do know much about him. But he has been known to be working with some of the hunters around here. He's always bringing back, like, some of the finest pelts and things like that to market. But other than that, no one really has much from him. But if you go check the Hunter's Lodge, you should have a good chance of finding him,
Okay.
or at least finding someone that knows him.
That's good to know.
All right.
Is that my turn?
Yes. Yep. And that would be on you.
Okay.
So we're gonna go back to Alpha up here. So you've been kind of wandering around in the woods for a while, as you said. You were, checking, the different flowers like that. You've been really interested in this wolfsbane, and kind of like, remembering the lunar cycle and such. And you're like, man, okay, that's like 2 days away. The bloom, it should bloom.
Sorry, my dad started talking to me.
So you've been kind of just, in the woods a little bit. You didn't really know if you wanted to go back to town quite yet, and but like I said, you did notice that here within the next hour or so, it should start to darken up. So what would you do?
Is tonight gonna be a full moon?
Tonight.
Sorry?
2 nights from now.
Oh, 2 nights from now. Okay, well then the wolfsbane won't be blooming yet. I guess I've had enough to see here. I don't know if the person that I encountered, I don't know if their shop is still open or not.
I mean, you only talked to them probably about an hour ago. I mean, you haven't been
Maybe
out
I'll
there
go
for
check on
too
that
long.
and see if that shop is still open.
Okay. So as you're walking back into town and such, you hear, give me a. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to give you one. I'm going to. Hold on. Okay, so look for where it says your on there. It's to say your passive perception. It should be in the middle to the left, I think, or to the left in the middle.
I see normal perception. I don't know about. Oh wait, passive wisdom perception.
Uh-huh.
It looks
Yeah.
like it's 13.
13. All right, that's a pretty good number there. Let's see here. Why aren't? Oh, I have to go to the. Wait. I don't know why it's not letting me roll into that. Anyways, I'll just do it right here because I can. Ah. So actually, I mean, you're having a pretty a nice leisurely walk. There is definitely nothing sneaking up on you. and you're making your way back into town, and you hear a low growl, and you look over, and kind of sitting like, I mean, almost on the path. You have no idea how it had gotten so close to you without realizing it. Is a wolf, and it's just kind of on the path, and it's like locked on and just frozen still, staring at you.
Okay, it's frozen. Does it look like tense? Like does it look like it's about to attack me or is it just kind of like checking me out?
Give me a sense motive, or maybe an animal handling. No, give me an insight check. Give me an insight check. It's sense motive. I don't know why I keep saying this. It's been years.
5. See 5.
A 5?
I got a 5 on insight, yeah.
Oh, you don't know what this thing's gonna do. I mean, you've got no read on
no.
this on this wolf.
Um I guess I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to assume that this wolf is aggressive. I'm going to try my best to give it some wide berth on my way back cuz I don't want to provoke it.
Hmm. Okay, so you're gonna try to just
I'm just
de-escalate
gonna
the
kinda, like,
situation.
slowly back away. That's what I wanna do, just kinda, like, try and maybe get out of
And
the
just
situation.
just walk away. Okay, that I'm going to call a handle animal. All right, you're going to do your best to try to be as non-intimidating and everything as you can, and you can. So, give me a handle animal check.
I'm so nervous. Okay.
Gosh.
A 6.
S- it's Oh God, I don't even know like how. What would you have to do to be that bad at it? Um.
I'm, like,
So,
clumsy, I guess.
yeah. So like you're like, oh.
Oh, no.
It's, so you're kind of, you're trying to like walk away, or like walk around it and everything, and you slip, and just by like when so like you fall, and you put your hand like down on the ground to like kind of like brace yourself, and it hits a stick and literally just springs it right at him. You just like lever a stick like right in the direction you see it just startle the wolf. I I I need
No.
I need you now to roll me initiative. This
Okay. Why am I so unlucky? It looks like I got a 3 on initiative.
Oh god.
Oh wow.
It really is a series of unfortunate events.
Really
This
is.
truly is a series of unfortunate events.
But, as a wise man once said, but wait, there's more.
Yeah. All right. So the wolf comes charging at you. Um, you're like, well, actually, no. Yeah. It panics. You do this, and it takes it as an aggressive action. It comes charging at you to come in and try to and it leaps towards you.
I knew it. I felt it in my bones as it was coming. I felt it in my fucking bones as it was coming. I was like, there's only one way that could get more fucked.
So guys, there's a thing that's on the dice. The dice is it's a D20. It goes from 1 to 20. A 1, if you ever roll so like you roll these, and then you add your bonus modifiers and everything, and that determines what happens. If you ever roll a 1, it's called a critical fail. It means you definitely, now, it doesn't matter what your bonus is, you failed. Like you did whatever you did so bad, you lose. Then there's a thing called a critical success, or a critical hit. and that's when you roll a natural 20. The wolf crits. The wolf rolls
Did
a
the
natural
wolf
20.
just roll a 20?
Yeah.
No. Oh no.
It's, and so I mean, like you slipped and you were on the ground. The wolf comes charging at you. Its jaws open up to sink right around your throat. Like it's game over for Alpha's character.
Am I dead?
and and you think that's it. Am I dead? And you hear a thump, and an arrow hits the wolf, dead in its tracks, and stops. And it flies off to the side.
Oh, thank God.
It hits the ground with a whimper,
Who's
and
my savior?
and you kind of like you're panicking. Your life flashed before your eyes. Your whole all your backstory. You know, like this is what happens. It's like so. Like I sometimes feel that like humans are like kind of like somebody else must be our D&D character, because you know how you say like your life flashes before your eyes. You're just thinking about your backstory at that moment, and it's like all this work I put into my backstory, and I'm dying now. And so you're looking around, and the wolf slumps off to the side. I mean, you hear it whimpering and hollering, and it's kind of like thrashing for a second. It just goes, and it seems to no longer move. You look up and you see out of the woods someone kind of stand up. Somebody uh, um like a really tall person, and they're holding, I mean, a great big bow, and they have a hood over them and such, and it's real uh, like ratted and torn up, like really disheveled. It has it even has like branches and things kind of woven into it. It looks almost as if like taking out of character knowledge, it looks as if someone kind of made like a ghillie suit, but like as a cloak. And this person kind of like steps into just a little bit of light. As I said, it's a full moon in a little bit, so the moon is already rising. It's getting pretty bright out there already, and you see this like large like kind of uh which an orc, and you are I mean, and they're kind of sitting there, and they're looking. They kind of walk up and they look at you and they look back at the wolf, but they don't say anything.
Well, I'm pretty shaken up, but I dust myself off. I get up and I don't know, they're being quiet, so I'm not quite sure what to say. I don't really know what the customs of this area are, but I just go ahead. I just say, "Thank you." That was really that was a really scary moment. Is there anything?
Shh, shh. He looks around. He's still just taking a sort of like a lay of the land, and then off in the distance you hear a howl.
Oh no.
And he looks at you and he's like, "We have to move now."
Okay, I am putting trust in the stranger that just saved me. I am 100% compliant with this request. I'm following you.
Yeah. You're just okay.
Maybe this is how they got kidnapped.
Save me once just to torture me later. That's not even on my mind right now. I'm still shaken up from the wolf. I'm like, okay, sure, let's go.
All right. So they they kind of motion at you, and they're like follow me this way. We need to make it back to town right away. Right away. We need to seek shelter. And that's when you can hear more pick up. You can hear some more and more howls off the distance, but the distance isn't really that far. You can hear the soft pads of the soft footwork of wolves running through the woods, the leaves crumpling and such like that. I like so you're heading You're a wood elf, though. You should have no problem with this. I would want you to kind of make an. I would want you to make an acrobatics check. But because you're a wood elf and moving through things, especially with like difficult terrain and such, I don't think that should be difficult for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you advantage on that. So give me 2 acrobatic rolls and let's see what you work out with there.
Okay.
Oh, that helps.
Okay. Phew.
That's why.
Oh,
Are-
finally, a good roll.
I mean, so like you're in front of them, like y'all were like running, and then you're in front of him, and just like you have to stop and look back for a second, and like you done left them. They're back there gone. Like you're back in
Oh, no.
town, and that person's way behind you. Um, what do you do?
I don't really want to backtrack, but I definitely want to make sure that they're like right behind me. So I want to wait and see if they're close behind. How close behind are they? I don't know if I want to backtrack. That's kind of scary.
So you kind of wait for a little bit, but you don't hear um you don't hear any noise from him. Doesn't sound like he's actually running behind you anymore. But you still hear the wolves. They're definitely way off now. You've put some distance in between you, but your senses have now heightened your so you're picking up the sounds that are happening quite a distance away, but they still are heading in this direction. But what's weird is you don't see the person that had just saved you.
Well, maybe. I don't want to go too far into the woods, but maybe I just backtrack a little bit slowly to see if they're nearby. I'm very on alert to sprint back into safety if I need to.
Okay, so so you're real hesitant about it because you know you shouldn't go back, and just over there you can see the lights, the dim lights of the town. Um, it's right there. It wouldn't take you anything to run to it, but you decide to check
But
up
he
on the
saved
person.
me.
You decide to check up on the person that had saved you, and so you kind of walk back, and you kind of make your way through a little bit of some brush, and you look around, and you just actually give me a perception check.
Okay. 13.
13. So you're looking around at the at the woods behind you, and you just don't see him. Like I said, you can hear the wolves coming up, and now you know they are getting closer, but the that this person that showed up is gone now.
Oh no. How close are they? Like how much time do I have before they overtake me to say if I was to stay in this spot?
I mean, you hauled ass away. You were so good at getting away. You've got yourself some time right now, but like, I mean, you if it's a pack of wolves, you definitely don't want to be caught by them.
Dang it, I feel bad that this person saved me though. Okay, maybe I'll just wait a little bit longer where I'm at and just try and listen for them if I can hear them behind me.
Okay, all right.
I
So
really want I feel so bad they saved my life. I'm so close to the town. I feel like just a little bit longer just to see if they're nearby. I don't want to go too far.
okay, so you wait a little bit longer, and you know what? Let's see if your instincts will serve you. I'm gonna need another initiative check from you.
13.
Your goodness just got the best of you. You see it, like you kind of waited just a little too long. You see as 2 dogs kind of break the brush line, and they're running in full sprint towards you. They seem to be on your trail.
All right. Well, I guess screw my friend. I gotta sprint to the nearest building.
All right, so you're running into town, and the wolves, they definitely seem almost seem like they don't really have much fear of the town. They run right in there behind you. They don't seem to be like hesitating at the lights or nothing. And the first house that you kind of get to, you like get to it, and you open it up, and you realize most of the windows in this are gone. This house looks kind of abandoned already. The door itself has very little security to it. It's barely held on by hopes and dreams.
Hmm. I don't
At
know
this
if this building will protect me, and I don't know
at,
if I can outrun them.
what are
I
you
don't
gonna
know.
do? What are you gonna
I
do?
don't
Like, I mean,
know.
it's decision making, decision making. The wolves are on your heels.
Maybe since this building is not good, I'm gonna try and get deeper into town. Maybe another person will save me.
Okay. Would you like to call out for help?
Yes. Oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna start screaming at the top of my lungs
This sounds like a perfect.
in my mother tongue. I'm like yelling.
Okay. So you start yelling, and you notice, like, a couple people kind of pick up on on it. They hear what's going on, but none of them are like coming to save you, though. Everyone's running to save themselves. At this point, though, the you hear a
Didn't Mayo
bell.
just leave the tavern?
Yeah,
Mayo, help
that's
me.
so at this point, a bell starts going off, and the whole town is now alerted that something is amiss. So the rest of you guys all hear the alarm bells going off in the town.
Ugh.
I immediately run out, and I most likely would probably hear the help, and I beeline towards it.
Yep, that's all right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna wait and like counting the bells, assuming it's like the clock or the time or something. And then once it goes past 12, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, it's one of those," and then I'll step out the library.
13 o'clock. Oh.
It's one of the distress bell places. Forgot those existed.
It's one of those. All right. Striker, what's your character doing?
I'm going to go outside and just see if there are any enemies or wolves.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, you're gonna go see what's going on. All right, so now this is where I need everybody to roll me initiative.
Initiative. Where's initiative?
I think I have bad luck. Oh no, that wasn't too bad.
What's initiative? Oh, there's my initiative. Oh, nice.
Okay, so we've got everyone's initiative here. Let's see. Cassian with the highest, Striker. Oh wait, no, Ritrock. Oh, okay. So we got Cassian and Ritrock at the same time. We got Striker coming in after that. Let's see. When did the wolves go? Excellent.
Oh no.
Well, it
So,
seems.
so what happens if I tied with that? Because I have.
Oh, that's just their dice roll. You haven't. You don't know what their bonus is.
Okay.
What's their bonus?
You don't know.
Hey, since I got a terrible initiative, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
All right. So, I mean, all right, let's go on ahead and let's talk. Let's show what's happening with this. So you're running in, and you're like grabbing people, and you're like help me, they're after me. Running in, and everyone is scattering. They're leaving everyone. Leaving you for themselves. It's a mad dash. Everyone for themselves. And the wolves don't just come down the main road that you had come down. They were smart. they came around from other sides as well. You notice, like, as you're looking around, a wolf leaps out from an alley and hits a man square in the chest and in the throat, and just blood just hits all across the road. It hits the other house, and it lands on him, and he just tears, just spilling sinew in blood everywhere. Um, and you see this, like, others, like, you hear, men and women screaming as they're as dogs are, like, as wolves are growling, as they're, like, grabbing at their clothes and ripping them down and pulling them into the mud.
Oh no.
So first action would be, well, it's the wolves, and that was just it. They started eating people. Let's see. So what would either of you can choose who wants to go first, because y'all tied. Oh, either of you three. Didn't three of y'all tie up? Cassian, Ritrock. Oh no, it's just Cassian and Ritrock.
I'll go
Fine.
first. I'm the hero.
Go ahead.
I think. So how many targets? Like, how many enemies do I have here? Or do I just? They're everywhere.
I mean,
Caliber.
it's a bunch of them. It is definitely less than it's definitely less than 6. I mean, it's a small
okay.
pack, but the thing is, they're big. They're really big.
I see.
It's not little dog. It's wolf. Wolf.
I'm going to cast. So do I get one cantrip and one spell if I'm correct?
Yes.
To cast.
Oh
Okay.
no, you should have 2 spells to cast. You get 1 cantrip. You
Oh,
should
I
have 2 spells.
I can use 2 spells in one turn.
No, not in one turn. In one turn. Okay, sorry. So now here's where we're going to start to explain to you some of your actions and things like that. We're going to skip a lot of the movement and the grid-based things, stuff like that. But on your turn, you basically get to kind of do what you want. You have a limited amount of time, because rounds are kind of, think of it like you have 6 seconds to do something. Okay, you can accomplish a lot in 6 seconds, but you can't do too much. So when you're trying to communicate in a turn, you're limited to really how long you can speak. When you're trying to do certain things, there's only so much that you can go about. So you have what's called a move action, then you have an action, and sometimes people have bonus actions. So you can basically do 2 things on your turn. You can move, and then you can do something. You can attack. You can try to help somebody. You can. There's a whole lot of different things that you can try to do, but it doesn't give you too much time, so you can't, run in and decide, I need to start building I need to build a wall. I'm going to barricade this, and then I'm going to go over here and grab my weapon, and I'm also going to spread holy oil around the place. That's several turns worth of actions.
Okay. So does that mean I can use? I only get one action, right?
Yes, you get 1 action.
Okay. I think I am going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
And target the nearest wolf to Alpha.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you do see that people are in danger, and there is a wolf barreling down on Alpha. Let loose. So you're a guiding bolt, right?
Yep. All right.
Let's see it. So guiding bolt works as.
Wait, was that my +3? Or wait, hold up. I might have rolled the wrong thing.
It doesn't matter.
If it's a
You
natural
roll-
1, you can have a
it's a
plus
nat-
1 million and it misses.
Oh no, the effect is 4d6, but I did on hit/DC. I don't know if I rolled the wrong thing.
Oh
No.
you rolled the right one, but
No, you rolled. It says it right there. No, you
Oh,
got it.
no.
No, I also have that one. Wait, hold up.
No, bro.
yeah, that's the damage for it. You rolled to see if you could hit.
I missed.
Oh yeah, you missed. Yeah,
I missed beyond miss. Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
man, you really messed that dirt up. I'm telling you.
Yeah. No. It might actually be kind of worse. Like, he's trying to be the hero, but does he hit Alpha?
Oh,
Oh, God.
Was his miss
No,
that bad?
please.
Um.
Oh, I'm having a rough night. Poor Cassian.
Yeah, how is Cassian gonna fare with this? No, we're not gonna make them suffer for your mistake. No, so you go to, guiding bolt and like oh god, like how
Oh, God. Spare me, will you?
We are not lucky today, y'all.
It's a really nice book over here.
no, so you do it and you know what? Like you just aren't even paying attention to the wolf that is right there to your side. You go and you let off a bolt at them and trying to hit the one that's coming towards Alpha. And right as you launch your attack, a wolf hits you square in the chest.
Oh gosh. Okay. Do I have to take a roll for how much damage I did, or do I already?
Hold on here. So instead, what you're going to do is I need you to now make me an athletics check or an acrobatics check, whichever is higher.
Athletics or acrobatics? Athletics are higher.
Mhm.
Let's roll. Gosh, kill me.
Don't tempt him.
Plus 2. I got that's a plus 2.
Okay. So well, no, it already adds it in. Once you click athletics, yeah.
Add it in?
You see how it says athletics +2?
On the roll 20.
Oh wait, that's at plus. Wait, I thought it was my dice roll plus 2.
No,
It is your
you
dice
rolled a 6. It added the 2 already.
Yeah.
It already added the 2.
Yeah. Just like if you look up and you see how it says 4 for guiding bolt, you rolled a 1 +3.
Oh no.
Yeah. So the wolf hits you like right in the chest. You don't like you kind of shrug it off. It doesn't sink its teeth into your flesh, but it grabs a hold of your armor and it just kind of rips you around and just slings you like 5 feet back and it throws you to the ground. So you're now prone. Being prone is really bad because if anything comes up to try to hit you, they gain advantage on it. So when you've got a pack of wolves around you and you're on the ground, that's not exactly a favorable position. So after that, it's gonna go to Cassian.
Okay, so his
Excellent
spell
opener,
missed.
Mayo. Excellent opener.
Thanks.
I'm so glad. Like this is like I love your hero already.
All bark and no bite, it seems. So he missed his spell, so I have one that's bearing down on me.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Currently.
and it's gonna get to you. And you.
I don't know who else is outside. Like,
What's that?
do we have a lot of people outside that are being attacked right now?
And not many people. I mean, maybe about 12 people, something like that are running around. Like I said, the town is alive, but there isn't like people aren't flooding in the streets, and most people were already ducking indoors. But there are 5 wolves that are running around right now.
There are 5 wolves. Okay.
This is unfair. I don't know what was I thinking when I did this.
So I have one action, or can I like move and then?
Oh yeah, you
do
can.
an attack?
So you can move like let's say you have like a crossbow, right? You can
Mhm.
move, shoot, and then keep moving.
Okay.
You have a limited amount that you're able to move. Most people can move around 30 feet. Let's say you really want to get somewhere, you can actually move and then take an action to dash and double move to then increase yourself to 60 feet and be able to run really far.
Well,
right?
Mayo was protecting me. Can I run to his body and like equip a weapon to be ready to attack something if something tries to since he's prone, if something tries
Yeah.
to.
Do you not have a weapon? Oh, wait, you do have a.
I don't know if I don't
oh.
know if I have to like take it out. Does that count as an
So
action?
no, so you get something like that as part of an action. You can normally interact with some sort of an object. So that's something like drawing a weapon or drinking a potion or opening a door. So like as part of my movement, I open the door. Now you only get like one or two of those in a round. You don't get to do too many different things, but equipping a weapon is no issue.
Okay, so can I run over to Mayo,
Uh-huh.
or sorry, to Ritrock, and pull out my weapon, and I want to like I guess aim
Remember,
my crossbow
there's
at
one kind of on him already. Like it's like
There's
got
one
him by
on
the
him.
arm, and it's like tearing at him while he's like on the ground.
Oh
And
no!
like,
Can I shoot that one? Can I shoot that one?
Sure.
With I guess I don't know if I want to try a spell. Maybe I'll just use the crossbow and try and shoot that one. So where do I roll
Okay,
for
so
that?
if you want to do that, so you're gonna go click your crossbow and you're gonna roll an attack.
Okay. Is that the
I was just wanting a 1 because you were gonna put that bolt right between Mayo's eyes. Just ah shit.
Yeah, sleep it
It
off.
looks like I got an 8. Did I roll the right thing? The correct
That
thing?
was correct. But
Okay.
that was not enough to hit the wolf. It's it was too difficult because like
Not
as it's
even a
thrashing
non-fatal
around,
wound?
as it was thrashing around, you didn't want to accidentally shoot and hit Mayo too. So you are to hit not Mayo, Ritrock, or actually technically an unknown friend. You don't even know who they are yet. And so you missed your shot on them. So now it goes to Striker.
Have they seen me?
What's that?
Like my intention last turn was, or like before the battle started,
Yes,
was
I
to
assume.
like sneak out.
Sure,
But
I
I don't
assume
know
you
if
would have
they've
tried
been
to.
seen yet.
So
And-
I would
and if-
assume you'd have tried to hide. So for something like that, let's just go ahead and let's set yourself. Give me a stealth roll. We'll say that was what you did when you went out. So give me a stealth roll.
That's 17.
Okay, so
Wow.
all right. So here's the thing: with the way that stealth rolls and stuff like that works, you roll it, but you don't know if you passed or succeeded or something like that. You make a roll, and you're like, "That's what I got. Let's see if that works." So so you're hiding,
With a 17.
right? Yeah. It's pretty much like you could roll a 3, and you think you're hidden, but you're just standing there with a freaking lampshade on your head, like like so you feel like you're hidden, so you're getting out there. So what do you want to do?
So there's at least 2 that we know about, right?
What's
But there's
that?
one on top of Mayo right now.
Yes, there's 2 that were engaged with people that are like characters. The others are kind of running amok and like killing townsfolk.
Well, I'm gonna attack the one on top of Mayo with my crossbow.
Okay.
Please.
We've got arrows shooting
So
around.
I should roll that, right?
Yep.
Did that work?
Sweet.
So I got a
Okay.
24.
So what this did is this just rolled everything at the same time, even though oh, actually you're hidden. So yeah, you do get all that. Never mind. Yeah, that's so what happens here is you got a 24 to hit. That's a solid hit. That's going to hit a wolf.
You should also roll one more d20 to see if he crits, because he had advantage.
Oh, you did. Roll it again.
Another bolt if I roll it again.
Oh, we just look at all this information and stuff right there. So all right, so that one wasn't as high. So it's not really that big of a deal. But we're gonna go with that damage. That was good damage. So 16 damage to the wolf that was on him. I mean your arrow comes out, just hits the wolf right behind the jaw, penetrates through it and right into its skull, drops dead.
We get the bonus from the bugbear thing.
No, because this wasn't a surprise round. So you didn't
Need to attack first for that.
Yes, you basically you need to set up, and you need to be you got to be ready before it is. That's how a surprise round works. When something jumps up on you, rarely you get part of the surprise round. So that was pretty much it. Now here's the thing. Oh, you're also. Does he get the bonus action hide yet?
I think that's cunning action is level 2.
Level 2. Okay, so he
I'm
doesn't
pretty
have
sure.
that yet. Okay, all right. So now that you've made an attack, you are no longer hidden. You're revealed. Like you've jumped out and you've made your attack. And so that's the end of your turn, and we're going to go to.
Oh, I guess I moved to. Did I move to attack?
Sure, you could have moved anywhere in there. Like, would you have wanted to try to maybe move to gain some cover from something? Like maybe get
Yeah.
behind a
Can I like
stall or
climb
something
on
like
top
that?
of a? Can I like climb on top of something?
Sure, yeah.
Like on top, like climb
There's
on top of a.
carriages. I don't know if you'd be able to make it on top of like a roof of anything, but like you could climb on a carriage, a barrel, a
Do
stack
I
of
need an
boxes.
acrobatics roll for that?
Not really. I don't think anything that you would try is going to be difficult. You only need to make that when I think it's something that's going to be really hard. So,
Is the carriage gonna give me cover from a wolf?
well, if you get on top of it, it might put you out of its reach. That's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
All right, yeah.
But
So,
if I like, I was wondering if I needed to roll an acrobatics to get
nah,
on top of something out of reach.
something like that is simple enough. You need to roll me an acrobatics check when you're doing something that I think is going to really be complicated.
Okay.
That you got it on. So now we're going to go to Elijah.
Yes. So I'm gonna scope the field for a second. Was I in an area where I would have seen any of all that, or am I just about the town?
So actually, you can open a window.
Well, I know I went outside of the library as
okay.
initiatives as combat started. So I was on the front patio area of the library, or at least that's where I intended to be.
Yeah, people are running, screaming by you. A little bit off to the side is where you see a lot of commotion going down. There's bodies already.
Oh boy, these goddamn hodunk towns. How many wolves are in the immediate vicinity? Are there any near me specifically?
No, not too. Oh, none that are too near you that actually are paying attention to you. There's one that's maybe about 20 feet off from you, but I think he's currently eating somebody.
Good day, and guess I'll make my way over towards the commotion. I mean, the person's already dead.
Head out. Put the head out.
I'm gonna be real. That was part of my original plan. But sure, I'll head towards all the commotion just to see what's going on. I'll keep an eye on the wolf. Make sure I don't want to show my back, but just make my way forward towards that whatever larger area that is.
Right now, for some reason, I just get real big flashbacks of Jack Sparrow, in the middle of a fight, you're just let's just walk over here and act like you don't see me.
If I don't see him, he can't see me.
Yep. Okay, so you move closer. You move past one of them. Was there anything else that you wanted to do for that?
Mostly I wanted to just see if I could see what the main commotion was, because I know they got their stuff going on. And
I mean, the main commotion are the wolves eating people. That's the main commotion.
It's such a bother, though. I
mean, it's not like there's really nothing else that's going on. That's kind of that's the commotion. Or you talk about the person who's ringing the bell.
I'm kind of bothered by the bell, but I'll let it pass for now.
Okay.
I'll just look back towards the wolf, and I'll kind of just point at it, like, "Hey, stop that!" And I'll cast Hex.
Oh, okay. All right. So, does it have to make a save against that?
No, Hex just happens. It's like Hunter's Mark.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you hex the wolf. You want to go ahead and put that up just so we can kind of let people know what spell you just cast.
Alrighty, and it'll have disadvantage on strength checks.
Disadvantage on strength checks. Ugh. Okay. All right. That's not good. So, well, all right. So you reach out and you hex that wolf. It looks like we're done with that round, so we're back to the top. Or did you have more?
I have an action I'd like to use.
Oh, that's a bonus action, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll just throw an Eldritch Blast at it. Just hey, cut that out. It does not cut it out.
It does. No, actually. So you shoot. Yeah, you like, I mean, you shoot the ground beside it, and like the force like blows mud and rubble out, and the wolf kind of looks up.
That's a warning shot.
And he just growls at you. Oh yeah, yeah. So like you say, that's a warning shot, and it just growls at you and gets down to move. Now I think it is the wolf's go. He's gonna try to come to attack you.
Let's go.
So disadvantage on strength checks, but not attack rolls, right?
Yeah, only checks.
All right. Well, here we go. Now that I got this actually working, let's go on ahead and give you a bite.
Ha! My AC is terribly low, but that is lower.
Okay. So it goes up, and you manage to dodge by as it leaps at you to attack. A few more of the wolves start to cause they seem to realize that there are bigger contenders on the field now. So looking around at the one who just kind of jumped up, you actually, even though you have reach, or you're out of their reach, you are probably the most prominent target. So a couple of them start running towards the carriage, and they're trying to jump up and bite at you while you're on the carriage. Now these things are huge wolves. They're able to put their paws on top of the carriage, but they can't. They just can't quite get to you. That's a reach for them. So they're getting down, and they're trying to jump up, and they're snapping at you while you're up there, but they just can't get to you. If you for some reason fall off of that, they're right there at the bottom waiting for you. So the other one that was coming after you there, Alpha, Cassian now has to actually face the wolf that was coming after them. Let's see how bad it could be. How many times will you get away from a wolf bite tonight?
As many as I need to, hopefully.
Okay, so what is your armor class?
My armor class is 15.
Is 15? Oh god, I just
Yep.
closed out my my browser. Hold on. All right, so the attack hits you. It finally it leaps up, and when you try to put what were you using? What was your weapon?
I had the crossbow out.
So you had the crossbow. You try to hit it with the crossbow as it comes in, and it instead goes down, and it bites into your leg. It sinks its teeth real deep into your thigh, and starts to shred at it. You take 5 points of damage.
5 damage?
It is a very like vicious like gash on your leg.
So, do I need to, on my little sheet here, mark down my current hit points?
Yep.
I have 3 left?
Hoo-hoo. By the way, guys, just to let y'all know, level 1 parties get killed to like goblins and wolves all the time.
Yeah.
It's-
That's why I don't even.
I don't want to die!
I
It's been so long!
I
I'm
didn't even
not
start
seeing
parties
your
level.
rolls.
I'm the dungeon master. You don't see my rolls.
Oh dear. I guess my 15 armor class was not enough.
Okay, so actually it just hit your armor class. Like it just hit you. So we're gonna go from that. Let's see. There was one more wolf. No, actually you had killed that one. So we're back to Alpha and Mayo.
All right. I'll take my first action, my first move.
Okay,
Because
just to let
if
you
it-
know, you are currently on the ground, so to stand up costs you half of your movement.
I'll use half of my movement to stand up.
Okay.
How close? Cassian's like right next.
Oh yeah, right there beside you.
I'm going,
Yeah.
and I'm going to take that little extra movement to literally get point blank to this wolf. I mean, I am literally like while the wolf's in the leg, like I'm in between, like the wolf's in between my legs.
You're going to hold up.
Oh, I mean, I am point blank on this thing.
Okay, you're gonna get right up beside him and do what now?
No, like I want it to
stand over it.
I am going to be standing over it. Like it couldn't be closer.
Okay, all right.
How tall are you? Do your legs
all
fit
up in its
around
personal.
it?
And then I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt again.
Okay, all right. So here's the thing. I see what you did there. You put yourself in a really good position. There's no way you should miss this shot. All right, right? You're like right there on him. There's no way you could do that. But like, dude, in order to get there, you had to put yourself in a pretty precarious situation.
I'm
so there's some other rules for this. So what's going to happen here is you're going to gain advantage on this attack. There's a good chance you're going to get that. But because of where you're standing, it will have advantage on its attack against you.
Don't care. I'm confident.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've seen people roll double ones. Don't test the gods.
I am the hero of my own story.
Yeah,
it's a little book. It's a little book.
All right. Do I roll my? Let's hit.
Yep. Let's see it. And you have advantage, so roll it twice.
Oh, that's so much better. All
right. That's good. But you roll it again, because here's the thing. So when you have advantage, you always want to try to see if you can get that crit.
All right, roll twice. Did I roll twice then?
Yep, roll again. There it is.
Shit, there it is.
Okay.
There it is.
So we use a kind of modified crit rule. I like this one better. That way, it always makes you feel like you do a crit. So what you do with this is you maximize your total amount of dice. So what is the total attack dice that you got right now?
4D,
like how?
4d6.
4d6. Okay, so you're going to do 6, 6, 6, and 6. So that's going to be 24 right there. Boom, 24 maximized. Now you roll those 4d6 again.
Okay, got it. Oh gosh.
So 42?
Yeah.
So 42 damage. Boom!
That thing is dead.
I mean, there is like it is obliterated. There is no head to the wolf anymore. Like
Gross, I'm covered in blood.
You literally just shot its head off. Like it's gone. So half of a wolf just falls down to the ground.
Ah, yes, you were saved, madam. As I look back up.
And the thing is like so I don't know, have any of you guys ever seen it's radiant damage, so it's not like fire damage, so it gets really bright. It starts off with a glow and it brightens up and like everyone can see it, like you can see it like cracking the wolf's skin as it just like explodes out. And then what is it that you say there, Mayo? Hold on, what is?
Ah, yes, madam, you are saved once more. Once more, saved the first time. Like that.
Well, you only attempted the first time.
Well, no. I'm talking about the one that Stryker got. I saved that one too.
You know what? Just because you want to be the hero. So the hero, I had a couple wolves I just wasn't doing anything with. They just saw you just roast one of their guys. They're gonna see if they're gonna do something about that.
All the wolves in the cart just slowly turn their head off.
So let's see here.
Okay, before you say anything,
okay, what do you got?
I am grabbing Cassian's hand and I am running towards where the bolt came. So running away from where I previously saw wolves, or where I think the wolves are.
Okay. Grab you. So all right. Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, you have the movement. You can do that. Sure. Okay. So you all.
How far do we get in that amount of time?
Oh, you have. Yeah. I mean, you have plenty of movement. You could definitely make it. Are you just got? Are you just now running down the road, or you're running to a building?
Building. I want to be
Sure. With no problem, you guys can.
Actually, can I notice magic like at all? Like just like, naturally?
Yes and no. So like that gets a little tricky. Normally, it takes a little bit more time to try to decipher any type of magical auras and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like obvious things are obvious. So when you see certain things, it's like that's obviously magical. But like you don't really have any type of like spider sense for
I
magic.
was technically like I was gonna see if Neil's magic was noticeable enough for me to run towards Neil.
No. Well, you've definitely seen you saw him. You saw what he did. Like he shot like he shot magic out of his hand and blew a crater in the ground.
Yeah, so then I'm grabbing Cass and I'm running to Neil.
Oh, okay. So not towards a door. Not towards.
No, I'm running to Neil.
Okay.
Well, wait. Neil's close to the library still, though, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're going to the library. We're going to Neil that's near the library in the
Well, and he was heading towards y'all kind of a little bit. So like y'all are heading towards each other. It's gonna be great. You're gonna meet in the middle.
Gonna group up.
Chill for
Okay.
chill for some drinks. Okay, so that's yours. So Cassian, what do you do on your turn?
So wait, you call me madam?
Madam.
I don't have time to question anything right now. Again, I've just been saved again. I'm not holding my own at all. So I guess I guess I use my movement to allow myself to be careful. I'm not gonna try and like rip my hand out or anything. I guess I'm like, okay, fine. I mean, I don't know if I really love that he just grabbed my hand, but he did just save me, so I am going to run in that direction. That's
Like,
fine. So
I haven't really intended for you to try for you to be saved this much. Like you've kind of put yourself in those situations each time.
Just the dice.
Can I, since I have my own move, right?
You do. You do have a movement. So like you can move with him and you still have a little bit more to go. Like he lost a lot. You actually can move a lot more than him because he lost a lot just standing up. Because he was on the ground, remember? He screwed up real bad last time.
Okay, well, I want to keep pace with him. I don't want to go too far. I wonder, are there any more wolves that are near our vicinity? Because that one was killed. The two that were on us were killed, right? So we're kind of in the clear for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's two that are snapping at somebody who's sitting on top of a carriage. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to get away anytime soon.
We might want to save him. He's kind of around.
Right.
And then there's still one more that's kind of prowling around, and he's, I guess maybe, oh, he's actually behind you guys because that's the one that that took the warning shot.
Yeah.
That took the warning shot. Can I shoot at that while I'm running?
Sure. Yeah. Crossbow.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get a crossbow attack.
That's 13.
13? Ooh, does that? I don't know if that hits a wolf.
Another warning shot.
That hits a wolf. Pow! You got it.
Okay.
So now you roll the damage for it.
Oh, now I roll the damage.
Or did
for
it have that included in your roll? Let me see.
No.
I'm
No,
not
it didn't.
sure. So do I hit this? Oh, okay. Is it this?
That's what we're looking at there. So you did 4 points of piercing damage. So you hit the wolf, and like I mean, you hit it square, and you could hear the thud as it hits its chest, but it doesn't seem to drop it. It hurts it a lot. It whimpers and whines. It's kind of thrashing around.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Was my hit like just overkill times 10?
Yeah, well, you critted. Crits are
No, but like, how many hit points did this thing have?
You don't know.
Okay, fine.
We don't know.
You don't know nothing.
All I know is that
Somewhere between 4
But maybe
and 16, right?
That's see, that's how you figure it out. Is you remember those numbers. You like, where are we at?
I know he's between 4 and 42.
I hit
Well,
one
at the
16
very
and
least-
killed it.
at the very least on our way to Neil,
Stryker
we're
did do that.
probably going to be pretty safe on our way to Neil because of that
Okay.
hit, because it slowed the wolf down, right? So
I mean, it did. It definitely it hit him and caused it some more than some mild discomfort. So now they're running and they're heading towards Neil. Stryker, you're on top of the thing. So they're like jumping to try to get at you, and they're pretty big wolves, and it's actually starting to like kind of push the cart around. So like you could tell that your situation up here is precarious to say the least.
I'm trying to climb onto a building.
Now you can't. You've done the trimmer's mistake. You've jumped on a rock out in the road. And there's a building that you might not be, you can't get to.
With an acrobatics check.
Actually, it would be an athletics check. But it's
an athletics check.
But
I don't want to do an athletics check. My acrobatics is much better than my athletics.
no, yeah, jumping is athletics.
Yeah, don't I have to jump onto the roof?
What's that? That's what.
Don't I
But
have
that's
to
what I'm
jump
saying.
onto the roof?
But jumping would
Oh,
be
jumping is athletics. That's what you said.
athletics.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, climbing. What?
it's also athletics.
You told me
Acrobatic.
climbing like mountains was acrobatics.
No, well, no. So here's the thing: people often get this, like they argue about this, and I totally get it. But acrobatics isn't really this. Like it's a little different. Acrobatics is being more nimble and keeping your balance. It's not how far you can jump or how well you can jump. It's sliding down, or it's walking on ice, or balancing on a beam or something like that.
That's not rocking.
Or that. So like you can use it like that to prevent you from being knocked off. That is going to be very vital. Yes. But as for jumping off and getting away, that's gonna be different. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. There's 2 of them on me.
Yeah. They can't reach you. They're snapping at you and everything.
They can't reach me right now.
No, but
Okay. I'm just gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit one with a crossbow.
All right.
And do I have an advantage because I'm higher than them?
No, not really.
Okay. That's fair.
Should have done the old me strat, running right on top of them.
There actually is no
4 damage, but I definitely hit him with an 18.
18 to hit is a definite hit, sure, and you do 4 points of damage. That's
just 4 points. So I
4
still
points of
didn't
damage.
kill it.
Whack. Nope. But it is hurting a lot.
So I got 1 hurt and 1 full health. Okay.
Yep.
You can move on to the next.
All right, and that's going to go to.
I'm in a bad spot right now. I'm gonna die.
And now we're on to Elijah. What is Neil doing?
Oh, the first, that was quite amusing. I definitely took notice of the carrot rocking back and forth, the man standing on top of it, because it's pretty hard not to, but there's also a wolf like 5 feet away from me that I have to take care of. It did run up to me, I think. Yeah, because it tried to attack me.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
But it's that 4, right? Also?
Yes, that one's at 4.
I'll just try another Eldritch Blast. Sure.
Say the line, Warlock. Eldritch Blast.
I'm just gonna be like, this is such a bother. I'm tempted to just walk away. Are they like... You said they were coming towards me. How far are they? Would you say?
Now, at this point, 10 feet away. Like, they're really... you weren't that far away from them. You talk about the other party members, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And the wolf is right next to me,
10
right?
feet away from you. The wolves behind them are probably only another 10 feet, 20
No,
feet at max.
No, I'm talking about the wolf I just attacked because he came and attacked me earlier. So he's still.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm considering whether or not I should just go into my bottle. Yeah, pretty much. I won't. I'll stand my ground and just kind
I
of.
bet me and Ritrock would be pretty confused.
I'm just pretty much standing there, just looking at this sort of large ring, like this large gaudy ring on my fingers. Stow my arms to my side and look back at the wolf. And that's my turn. Ain't got much.
Aren't you gonna Eldritch Blast?
I already did. Remember that when I missed?
Oh, you did? No.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that's it. All right, my go again. I mean, the wolves. I'm not excited about this, guys. I really don't like doing this. Okay,
you
so
don't
now
enjoy terrorizing the new players.
No, the old ones too. I'll tell stories for weeks.
So, Striker, I'm gonna need you to make me an acrobatics check because they're going to start really rocking this thing.
Okay. 17.
God damn it! All right, that's a fantastic roll. I mean, and so, they're like banging, like trying to push it over, and you're able to get up there. So they're starting to get a little upset about that. They don't think they're gonna be able to do it. Other wolf is looking at you guys now. It's 3. You know what? I mean, they still got plenty of their pack still. He's going to attack. All right, Elijah. Wolf bite. Yeah, you are the question. Yeah.
Oh, that hits.
Oh yeah, wolf bite. And it's gonna hit you for 5 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Why can we see that roll, but we can't see other rolls?
I have certain ones where I roll them and do how I want.
Oh, okay.
Because so usually the DM's rolls are they're the only ones who see them. I roll the dice and I decide the fate. But sometimes I make just public rolls because sometimes I'm like, if I'm gonna crit you, I want you to see it so you know it's a crit. So I'll roll the dice so you can see it. All right, but that's going to be so that's that one. That's the last of their go. So it's back up to the top. We've got Cassian and Rick Rock.
Rick Rock, the one and only.
Rick Rock.
No wolves have tried to attack us on our run over. Like we're still okay.
No, there's only one left, and like our Archon's shooting at him as well.
Oh, okay.
And he moved up to There's 3 left. There's one that you guys were shooting at and everything and that went to go attack Archon. It went like you guys are all together now. Y'all are there.
I haven't played Archon in over a year.
Ah, God, I keep saying I know. It went to go attack Elijah. And so because you all 3 are in a group now. The other 2 are now trying to knock him off of his post.
I see. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna assume I don't want everyone around me to think that I only got 1 spell because that would be very hero-like.
Well, you should be out of them, shouldn't you?
Yeah, you use both spell slots, so you can only use cantrips now.
I did? Oh.
Yeah, you got no more. You're on cantrips, bro.
I'm on cantrips? Bet. I was gonna use a cantrip anyways. I am going to use the toll of death on the nearest wolf right
now
there.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So what that does, it does, especially because I think the target has to be injured already.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well, no. If the target's uninjured, it does 1d8. If it's
injured, it does more.
112.
It does more.
Yeah.
Okay, and they have to make a saving throw, right?
Wisdom.
Yes, on wisdom.
All right. Well, let's see. Did it roll it?
Mm-mm.
Yes, it did. The first, it fails.
Oh.
Wait, who fails?
The wolf. So
Oh.
so some spells you attack with. So you roll the dice to attack them. Other spells you force them to roll a dice and see if they pass or succeed.
Hmm.
So they
So
fail.
so this is doing it has to make a wisdom saving throw. It failed its saving throw, and so his spell succeeds.
All right. 1d12 coming right up. Got a 9 because it. Yeah, got a 9. Wait. Does it add my spell attack?
No.
No. So spell damage usually is flat. It's normally only just a dice roll.
Mm-hmm.
It's like your spell attack is like you're trying to hit its AC. The damage for spells doesn't really add any type of bonus. It's normally whatever the dice roll. That's it.
Okay. Well, I got a 9.
You got a 9. That's fine because that's enough to kill that wolf. When you sound off the bell and and call for its soul, it howls in tune with the bell. And the bells are ringing in its ears, and the wolf falls over dead.
I've made 2 very gruesome deaths so far.
And so that will be the end of your go. So
Well, actually, I have one more. I have a move.
you do. You have a move.
Now, since that wolf's dead, I scan and I see that Striker
Has 2 wolves.
has 2 wolves on him, and I say, "Come on, guys, let's go save him." And
Who are you talking to?
Towards him. I run towards Striker. I don't grab anyone's hand this time.
Is he with you?
I assume you've let go of my hand at this
Yes,
point.
I've let go of your hand, and now I'm just running by myself, hoping that you guys follow.
What is he doing?
All right.
I'm injured. I got a wolf bite to the leg, and Neil is injured too. So I don't really want to follow. I'm gonna stay by Neil.
What
I
is-
am not gonna move. Well, I'm gonna move like closer to Neil. I'm gonna be like,
Is he
be
your
like,
friend?
Hi, no times for introductions.
I
And,
wouldn't.
maybe I'll try a ranged attack on one of the wolves, but I don't want to get closer. I'm injured.
That works. Going ahead. So you still got your crossbow? Let it fly.
Yeah, I'll try that. Okay. That work? That's a 13.
13. That's a hit.
So now I have to roll for the damage.
Now you roll the damage.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if you click the attack button, like it should roll attack and damage at one time.
That's what I've been doing.
Like there's one of the things that you're kind of breaking up the dice roll, which is fine. You can totally do that. Yeah, that right there.
Oh
That's
yeah.
But
I don't know how to get to that.
So I think.
Oh no, I see it. I
see it?
click on the thing in the front.
Yeah. And that right there, pow, would be your attack and everything.
Is that worse
So
than the first one? Should we go with
It
the
is
first
worse
one?
than the first one. We're gonna go with the first one.
Okay.
But the thing is you do enough damage to kill that wolf. You hit it in its back as it was trying to leap and rock the carriage, and you hit it in its back, severing its spine. Falls. To the ground.
Oh, so we know that the wolves have a hit point of like less than 7 or less. Because we hit at 4 and then 3, right? I don't know if that's good information, but
I don't care.
Look, see, he's
Generally,
paying attention. He's watching.
I see.
it's cool to keep in the back of your head, but there's very few situations where you're going to be able to do anything like that specific about it. Like, you're never going to be able to cast your 7 damage spell at a creature.
All right. But so that was yours. So Striker, you got a turn.
how far away am I from the last? So there's one wolf left.
There's
right?
one more wolf right on the other side,
How close is he to me?
right below you, 5 feet away.
Okay, I'm gonna use my
Actually-
whip.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Actually, it probably is more like 10 feet, so you would need some reach, and you have
But
plenty
I
of
have a
reach.
15-foot reach
Yeah.
with the.
Yeah. You've got lots of reach.
So I'm gonna use the whip, and I'm gonna try and hit him in the leg to like get him prone or on the ground.
Okay.
Do I have to do something special for that?
Just make an attack roll.
Oh, okay.
A lot of dice.
Oh god.
You got a 300.
That's probably
Okay.
not it.
So you definitely don't hit it. So it doesn't work.
Okay.
All right. So you're still up on your cart, swinging away at it. That goes to Elijah.
Well, I'm gonna move my hex over to the only wolf that's alive.
Okay.
Guess what I'm gonna do? Oh, did I? I didn't actually mean to roll that. I don't know how that happened, but I'll take that roll. It's a 22 to hit, and it's 10 points of damage because I have an extra 2 from Genie.
With an explosive. Well, it already added that in there, didn't it?
No, no,
it doesn't. It doesn't.
It's not it's not the Eldritch Invocation. It's the Genie Pact thing. It's separate.
That adds it in there. Okay, got you. You slam right into the other wolf, and the force just kind of like rips into its body and burns its soul up from the inside. That's that is the end of the of those wolves. As you guys are kind of looking around and surveying everything, the villagers are kind of getting up and looking around. You can hear some wolves howling off in the distance, and you look up and you see that the forest is it has lots of lots of eyes that are glowing and looking back at you guys. You can see many more wolves out there, but they seem to turn and head back away.
We did it.
I have saved the town. They all
Single-handedly, I bet.
I killed 3 of them.
It's so late. Why are you so loud? You're yelling.
I'm a hero. I'm allowed to be loud. I want everyone to know that I am the hero. I am the hero.
So he's immediately proclaiming his triumph. Okay.
He's instantly went for it. So, guys, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna call it here. All right. If you guys want, I would love to have you guys back for the next part. We can pick up to the next part of this story and continue on. I definitely really want to thank all of our viewers for coming in and watching. I know that some of y'all were definitely chasing some of the new people here, and I hope you're happy with their performance. I really enjoyed having you guys on. I'm glad you guys got to learn to figure out how to play D&D. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end the stream now, and you guys should tune in next time, and you can follow up on our Halloween special. So thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys later.
Bye.